everything is scripted. It's customized. These guys know what to say. They're tremendous at doing it. Now it's up to the coaches, the scouts, through all these interviews to weed through a lot of the BS that comes out in these interviews and figure out what is real. But all these guys right now are real good at presenting themselves in a very positive way. There's millions of dollars at stake where they're drafted in these contracts. So clearly they are well coached. They're coached up not only on how to throw the football, how to run an offense, but what to say and how to act.
And it starts in college. Let's be honest. They have PR people in College Station at A&M. They are teaching from the jump. So this is year after year, progression after progression. Whitfield's out there telling me he's got people teaching him. We were talking about it off there. On the board, how to go up and present on the board. You're as well coached as you can be for these interviews as any other day you're going to be prepared for.
Kevin O'Connell, former NFL quarterback, is working with Johnny Manziel on how to present at the board, installing offense. So when he's asked all these questions by these, interviews that he's going to go through by the head coaches, he'll be prepared for them. Use the right lingo, the verbiage, all those things that are so important.
For all the rumors about Johnny Manziel as a guy who likes to party and stuff, he was very Johnny corporate today. He answered the questions, bing, 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 just like he was supposed to. All right, let's get to his performance. Seems to me a pro day is not Johnny Manziel's strong suit. We know how well he improvises and freewheels and does all that kind of stuff. When you're playing against air, you don't really have an opportunity to do that, but he did a nice job. From all accounts, Jaws, he really played and performed well at this point.
Oh, I've gone to a number of these pro days. I thought this was an outstanding pro day, and it should be. This is a customized, scripted workout that should showcase the talents of Johnny Manziel. I mean, he dispelled some of the negative thoughts that I had in regards to his mechanics and how he threw the football, and he was off balance far too many times. On the 60-plus throws he made today, he was on balance. He was accurate. There was velocity. Yeah, I know there was no defense. There was no one really rushing him except for a broom a couple times. But he showed the ability to move, to stay on balance, and deliver the football. And there were two things that jump out, and I call them the killer bees. Balance and ball control. The ball went where he wanted to, and he stayed on balance. All in all, I thought the workout was outstanding.
Hold on. Better than Bortles, better than Bridgewater?
Better than Bridgewater. I'd put it on par with Bortles. I think both those guys come down to the wire.
In my opinion, pro days are a small percentage.
Yep.
I want to watch this guy's film. What he shows on film when it matters is what matters to me as a player. I don't care that he wore pads. I don't care if he wore a helmet. I don't care if he wore a glove. All that means nothing to me. You show up on Sundays, and that's who you really are. Go back, watch all his film. If you think he's a good player from the film that you study, and you think he can make it happen in the NFL, this workout shouldn't advance him or decrease him on your... Look, it's one day. It's one day he comes out and throws. He does his deal. It's like the combine for me. It should be a small piece of the pie. At the end of the day, watch his film. Did what he do on the film impress you enough to say, this guy is my franchise guy I'm going to walk with? And if it did, this should just cement it. It shouldn't be a deal breaker one way or the other.
You say it's a small percentage. Jaws, you made some waves when you said you would not take this guy in the first 3 rounds off preliminary study.
Yeah, based on my film game study, what Jeff was talking
about.
What
did this pro day do then?
Yeah, I think it certainly, in my opinion, elevated him, and I agree with Jeff. It is just one tile in the mosaic. At the end of this, the whole mosaic was put together, and we know what Johnny Manziel is when he's done with this. But I think clearly, when you look at the number of head coaches that were at this workout and the number of scouts, when they leave there and they go sit in their meetings, they're stacking their board and they're making evaluations, they're going to remember, hey, that ball came out of his hands really well. Hey, it had a lot of juice on it, had a lot of steam, a deep ball. So that's going to be their last memory of Johnny Manziel. It's going to be a positive one.
So he's in the first 3 rounds now for you.
Yeah, I'm going to move him up. I was impressed with the workout.
How high
I
up?
was. Give me some time.
Yeah,
let
me say this about Manziel and about today, and one thing that I definitely appreciate. I felt like he was, even though he's scripted, he was authentic in what he was talking about. I think he cares. When he was talking about being a pro, hey, listen, when I knew when I was walking away from A&M, I was going to be a pro. This is the way I'm going to approach my job now. That means something in the locker room.